Black African power. What's good? What's happening? A well-organized lie defeats a disorganized truth every time. Woo-hoo-wee. Man, y'all already know what it is, man. It's Bobby banging this bitch. What's good, family? Man, y'all know what it is, man. Let's get it cracking, man. We got about 2.5 hours of fun. Oh, what tangled web they weave when first they practice to deceive. Man, look, we was thinking about atheism. We was like, man, hold on. I'm thinking that atheism is older than what y'all believe. African Americans, at least the first Africans that came to America, a lot of them was Muslims. So ain't no doubt that atheism or skepticism predates Islam. You know, I know we ain't never thought about it that way, but that is what it is. I'm gonna say it again. A lot of Africans that first came to America was Muslims because Islam was in West and Central Africa before Christianity. And now we don't speak in absolutes, but you know what the hell I mean. A foothold. Tribes that you can identify as being Muslim. I ain't talking about one straggler Christian from out of nowhere talk to a couple people and give them a daggone cross. Because that's the game they playing. I'm going to get on that next. I'm getting all the way in on that. Christianity. It is clear that atheism predates Christianity. Christianity is an AD thing. Islam is an AD thing. And last but not least, Judaism. They right there together. I would say that atheism predates Judaism because they start tricking you because they ain't got no artifacts. When you start getting around 600, and then let me say this. When I'm saying Judaism, I'm saying the Judaism that we see today. Because the funny part about this whole situation is this. The Hebrews, they don't even start off with the one God. Remember we talked about the gods and God yesterday? Yeah, oh man, I left that part out. Judaism don't even start off with the one God. They mature and get into the one God. And I ain't made that up. You know how we say, look it up. Let the people come in the building, man. I see Juju, the serial killer. Juju was in the building early and often, man. What's going on with you, man? I wonder why African Americans act like what they believe is older than not believing. It's not. Because ain't none of y'all practicing traditional animism, coming from traditional tribes, AE, Africa, South, whatever the hell. Most of y'all are outright Christians. Some of y'all are Muslims. A lot of y'all don't even practice Islam from Arabia. Y'all practice what African Americans made up via Nation of Islam, Nation Gods on Earth, More Science Temple. Atheism definitely beat all them. So I'm wondering why y'all throw so much fire at the African Americans that choose not to believe in none of that. So if I got to choose between what colonized Africans and what freed our mental state from the confines of mental colonization under the banner of their God, Germanic tribe, if I had to choose, man, I just go and I ain't believing that nonsense, man. because it's a cultural container of ideas and concepts, and it trap you right there in a framework. Indo-European stop, pop, P-I-E. Point blank. I just wanted to talk about how your mind think. And then African Americans dove out the pot of Islam, Christianity, and went straight into New Age. Atheism definitely got that beat. The mumble jumble mix. You know what I'm saying? Some of your fantastic elders, they mumble rapping you. Mumble bumble. They mumble bumble mumble jumble New Age religion. Hopefully we can get some pseudo killers to step up and do some presentations on the New Age religion. It's New Age, you know, age of Aquarius, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Pisces, the Christ consciousness, the conscious community comes out of New Age, Madame Blavatsky, Aleister Crowley, Sacred Wisdom of Tahuti, you know what I'm saying? All of that. Y'all got a nerve to say something to me. Big up to the serial killers. I see you, Miss Tiff. What it do? Omar Reed. What it do? What it do? What it do? What's good? Man, y'all got a nerve to talk about me, man. Knock it off. Knock it off, man. So y'all know what it is, man. But I want to kind of, before I get started into that one, because that's an easy one, I was looking at this debate and pseudo-cosmic Chris versus Genesis, Miss Genesis. And pseudo-cosmic Chris, he mentioned my damn name. Don't mention my name in the midst of getting slapped around by a sister. That's if you can stick your chest out. See, they always stick their chests out. And I'm like, man, leave me out of it, man. You corny anyway. But since you opened your mouth, I'm going to make you famous today. Yeah. Uh-huh. So, before we get started, man, we're going to gun them down.
Man down. Hit hum with the knowledge frown.
See the pseudos come around.
Gun 'em down. Force 'em down.
See the pseudos come around.
Gun 'em down. Force 'em down.
Clowns down, pseudo around. That's when it all gets crazy. Broke man lazy. Stotos never phase me. Driving Miss Daisy. Bitch, niggas crazy. Read the books slick niggas gave me.
Riding waves like the Navy. Knowledge cool, full of bravery. Always killing pseudos, never maybe. Using gift science gave me. Staying right. Speak, I'm loud on the mic. Using gift science gave me. Always talking shit. Pseudo killers on top the gravy.
See the pseudos come around.
Guns 'em down. Force 'em down.
See the pseudos come around.
Gun 'em down. Force 'em down. See the gun 'em down. Gun 'em down.
Gun them down. Source them down. Miss Tiff, add that in there. She tripping. Listen, man, this where we at. This where the rubber meet the road at. If you're going to be loud on the mic, be loud on the mic and goddamn it, be right. Don't be loud on the mic and half crazy. Pseudos is crazy. Negroes can't read, they lazy. I'm always using the gifts that science gave me. Niggas in that backdrop glazing. It's amazing. That pseudo talk don't faze me. Man, y'all know how we do it, though. Here we go. All right. Let's get it in. Before we get to the lecture at hand, let me knock them out real quick. Pseudo Cosmic Chris. Cosmic. If your name is Cosmic anything, Cosmic 9 Chris, the 9 is for the completion of the universe, because 9 is the perfect number, 9, the last number, and all that. If you got that in your name, need to get it together.
Now, I kind of showed some of this already.
He look a little nervous too. He look a little nervous. Sister got him nervous. She nervous. Got him nervous. Is that a funny hat on the sister? No, ain't a funny hat. Okay, let's go.
Already, like I said, I have 2 PowerPoints. This one, native species, research gathered by Cosmic Chris 9.
So if you got research gathered by Cosmic Pseudo 9, you know he already in trouble. He already dove into the archives of foolery and nonsense. Let's see what he come with.
So what I like to do is break down what everybody already knows. They claim we're homo.
No, we don't already know nothing. No, they don't claim nothing. You late. You about 50 years late on what you even trying to sell out your mouth. Man, I'm just trying to get y'all game up, yo, because you know I got a lot of people on the challenge. Get it right, because you knocked out on your first slide. Homo sapiens sapiens, they don't even use that no more. Off the top of the dome, Homo sapiens sapiens, they was using that for Neanderthal because they thought Neanderthal was archaic Homo sapien. My good brothers and sisters, off the top of the dome. And then I can access, quote unquote, Encyclopedia Britannica. I read it 10 years ago. Let's finish here with this pseudo was trying to say he whacked out. And he loud on the mic. And he young. Man, you know what? I'm going to take a break for a second. Let me, look, y'all going to stop this. This is y'all going to have to stop. Y'all going to have to stop. They young. Just because you young don't mean you intelligent and smart. Don't mean that. Just because you old don't mean you intelligent and smart. Just because you went through all the battles don't mean you learned nothing from the damn battles. I'm tired of that. Y'all did that with that damn young Pharaoh. And that damn Nature Boy and all them niggas. And Platinum, y'all did that. And y'all paid me no mind. I could damn near go off a cosmic rant on how wild y'all was. And it was a lot of the women in the chat, leave the babies and all that. Nigga wasn't no baby. He was 24 going on 25 when I beat the brakes off of him. When the Amaral squad stomped him through the roof. We was out there on 125th, and the crowd was out there. We all remember in the moment, it was a crowd out there. And I was loud on the mic. Believe that. And I told y'all he's scamming. Nah, that's the baby. He's the new thing. And that damn Tasha K, I don't want to hear nothing you sound out your mouth, neither. Because you gave that nigga his real big first platform. Now all of a sudden, I told y'all, she ain't told us nothing. Nobody gave a damn when the nigga, that him in a wild cone from the moon SETI, Sarah stupid SETI. He over there in the corner of YouTube somewhere right now. He know not to say my name ever again in life. He know better. He in the corner somewhere hiding. Still using the same presentations from 20 years ago. This nigga chose that nigga. You know why he chose him? Because he knew y'all was falling for it. We're on 125th. This nigga said he astro projected. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the nigga done astro projected and got stuck on the damn star system some damn where, and his damn feet came back and his fingernails. That's how far he went off into the deep void some damn where. He came back with long fingernails now. That's why I say, cut your damn fingernails. Because they're a little long. They about right here. The more you be adding some fingernail polish on it. Am I yellow? Man, that young pseudo, aka Buzz Lightyear, man, y'all went for that. That nigga ain't never had no knowledge. He was foolery. He said on 125th, he was a breatharian. The nigga say he don't eat no food. Y'all went for it. Right after we came off 125th, we seen the nigga sneaking in McDonald's. I don't even know why he got a shot to get the damn mic. But y'all like the young and dumb. Y'all don't like the young and intelligent. You old. You always mess up the youth. I say the nigga was never the youth. He was a young adult. Y'all couldn't get that definition right. Craziest thing ever. Now he done lost his mind because he astral projected to the Klingon star constellation and he ain't come back with his brain. He was halfway crooked from jump. Now he gone. Now y'all, look at him now. Whatever, nigga, I tried to tell y'all. Same thing with Nature Boy. The Nature Boy got life in prison. Nigga got life in prison. When he first was on Sarnetta Street, him and Young Pharaoh, I cussed them niggas out. Day one, I mean, off the rip. Soon as they came through the portal of foolery, because I could see them stepping out through the portal. They stepped through the portal and looking crazy. I was like, these niggas is pseudo. I cussed Nature Boy out. I say, these niggas is pseudo. I gave you the warning. No, y'all threw potatoes, mushrooms, empty boxes of what's the shit they smoke the weed out of? Empty boxes of flavor cigars, whatever they be smoking out of, at me. Look at you. You always knocking the youth. I ain't knocking no damn youth. Brother Unc, love the youth, but I can't stand stupid young dudes. Don't listen to me. Y'all pay me no mind. Oh, he's the old guy. He's the same thing the bomb squad did. He's the old guy. No, I was letting y'all know that these niggas is halfway pseudo. I didn't say they was like young Nature Boy. I ain't say that. I say these niggas, the bomb squad can either go this way or go this way. Now, at this point, y'all ain't got no choice but to listen to me because niggas, I was right. And I'm going to toot my horn when I'm right. Because I'm loud on the mic. I'm a ooh-wee. Boy, got y'all. Y'all can't say it. Matter of fact, don't even question no more about none of that. Take my word for it. When I'm seeing these dudes and sisters come through and tell me what they teaching, if I say they wild, they wild. If I say they halfway cooked, they trying to get there, then they trying to get there. I ain't made nothing up. And I want to use Young Pharaoh as a prime example. I want to use all these niggas as an example to show, nigga, I ain't been wrong about none of that. I've been spot on. Same thing with the pandemic and all that. Same thing. Y'all ain't never got us. You know why? Because we use science. Y'all might not have matured to get there. It's cool. Y'all might be going through the phases that I went through, that we all go through. That's cool. But shut the hell up. Calm it down. Or get source down, gun down. Because it's easy work, man. At a certain point, y'all gotta say, damn, yo. This is nigga like Tom Brady or something? This nigga ain't Luke. Right. Yeah. So listen, man. All we went through to give y'all accurate information to show y'all. My whole platform has always been based on just giving y'all tools so that y'all can be accurate in y'all approach to being able to fight against pseudoisms that might put you in close proximity with a cult. That's my only reason for doing what I'm doing. I ain't got no other reason for doing it. Seriously, yo. Love for my people. That's it. Seriously, all jokes aside. Man, I don't know. This core is crazy. Yeah, all jokes aside. Seriously, ain't no real complicated thing about why I do what I do, man. I'm giving y'all tools. I'm giving y'all vaccine. I hope you run and get scared when I use the word. Because that's shrouded in ignorance too. Oh my goodness gracious. That's all I ever wanted to do was give y'all tools so y'all can evaluate the foolery to come amongst you, but y'all would not listen. First of all, you can't stop human beings from voicing their opinion because they got every right to voice their opinion. So don't go blaming platforms from bringing them on for real. At the end of the day, if your platform is based off and allowing the community to speak, which it is, just like America, it's called freedom of speech. So since you got freedom of speech, you have platforms that allow people to speak, then of course you got to have a mechanism in place that can critique what the hell you listen to. Don't hate me, hate the damn game the game made me. So when I say, nah, he wild, like Nature Boy who got life in prison, and young Pharaoh who's stuck on a Klingon ship somewhere, astral projecting, because he said all that. He don't even eat food. He's an Aeritarian. He said all that. Now his fingernails as long as his daggone fingers. Yeah. I knew what I was talking about. When I said polite was wild. Oh, yeah, man, you talk crazy. Yaki Awakening is a nut. You listen to me? Oh, no, he got to die. Nigga, man, the daggone, right now you can look up diets in America, right? What they publish, and on that motherfucker is clearly fruits and vegetables. We've been knew how to eat fruits and vegetables. Light on the meat, heavy on the fruits and vegetables. That ain't nothing new to African Americans. That's a staple diet in Africa, fruits and vegetables and small game. Man, y'all, wow, y'all got tricked. Being a straight vegan is some white boy stuff brought to America. Try me on it. So y'all thinking these people's they ain't bringing on, they scamming y'all, and y'all refuse to listen. So I'm saying, should I have empathy? I'm going to tell you what, I got empathy for people that are vaccine hesitant, right? People that are hesitant about colonialism, right? It's still being there. That are skeptical for the government. Man, I got empathy for that. And I understand it. And I have empathy for people going through this thing that we call knowledge, because reading levels might not be up to par to get it, right? And so I got empathy for that. I got empathy for brothers and sisters that's coming home from prison. I got empathy for brothers and sisters strung on drugs. Trust me, I'm an empathetic individual because I've been through a lot of these things I already said. Been through all that. So I ain't never a damn hypocrite. And I'm loud as hell. All right? So I'm checking to make sure I ain't wrong. When I'm wrong, I'm the first to say, you know what, you got me. All right? So I do have empathy, and I do understand how the brain works. I got empathy for all y'all beliefs because I believe too. Y'all act like because I'm a non-believer that I don't believe. That's not true. Y'all made it up. I just don't believe in religion. I just don't believe in the gods or the God. That's all. But I'm just as human as everybody else. But what I'm not empathetic for is somebody wrong as 2 left feet and would bring it to the community as if they studied, as if they understand it. I likened it to howling in the damn movie, fire. Even though you got a right to free speech, you ain't got no right to holler fire in the damn movies. Even though you got a right to accept or not accept vaccinations or to accept a God or God, you got a right, but you don't got the right to lie about it and make up information around it. You don't got that right. I just came from a Klingon spaceship. Nigga, you're lying. I asked young Pharaoh, I said, young Pharaoh, when you came from a Klingon spaceship, I say, nigga, you knew you was coming back and I was going to question you that. I say, nigga, did you get the license plate? Oh, he start cussing me out. I'm thinking the nigga get the license plate if he come from the second star constellation. I'm thinking he get the daggone license plate. Now, wouldn't he? Man. Yeah. So I don't want to hear this Pharaoh thing. I told you so, told you so. Want to hear it. Down one head. Remember, I'm the first guy they put their record out. Me and Dr. Mayat. Yeah. We the first people that literally in this community got doxxed. Oh, they put out record. Oh, they niggas are drug dealers. Oh, man. They thieves. They stealing. They robbing. Oh, man. Dr. Mayat is a queen pin. That kind of scared him. That Ankh ain't got nothing but gun charges. And nigga lied on my record. And if you gonna put my record out, no, lie on it, read the motherfucker. Lied on it. Oh, the nigga was sleeping on the park bench. They don't even put that kind of information on no damn record, park bench. I think on my record reads, he was sleeping on the park bench. Ain't that crazy? Anyway, man. At a certain point, yo, you be around a person, his messaging has been very, very consistent. I ain't got no special gift. I just have scientific literacy. And teams of people who are intelligent. Teams of intelligent women. Teams of intelligent brothers that are accurate in their approach of understanding the world they live in. This is my advantage. My advantage is not based off of just me. My advantage is that I have teams of people. I've always fought with teams. Y'all just see it manifest right here. I never take the credit for myself. I sit at the round table of information. And we've been telling y'all about these flim-flamming and scammers, and then y'all get offended. Yaki waiting, and the nigga is scamming. Everybody know to eat some damn fruits and vegetables. The nigga learned some couple words. The not side, the fox side, and hollow mike side, and boo boo. Nigga, just say vegetables, nigga, and fruit, and just eat more vegetables and fruit. Don't overeat and get exercise regularly. Just say that. No, he got magnets. Got a fake doctor's office with a magnet chair. You sit on the magnet and take all the impurities out your body. Yeah, we look at that interview we did with Professor Dave. So I don't want to hear that young Pharaoh. I got him when he first came in the community. On day one, I got Nature Boy. When he first jumped on that damn platform. You know something that always calls. Yo, listen to what they saying. Nah, they cap. Said it. Got the cussing. Wish I could find an episode. Got the cussing. Come on, man. Nah, bro. So I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear Seti. Where y'all think Seti at? Ran him up out of here in the corner somewhere. He know not to say nothing. Because he chose the young little nigga. I wondered why he chose him. I've been told you that Buzz Lightyear was a little bitch. I've been saying, oh, you look at you. You're talking about the youth. I say the nigga is not the youth. He's a young adult. He's 24 years old. He's scamming y'all. Oh, took money for a court. Tell me he got a federal court case, took y'all bread. Nigga ain't, man, we put the lawyer on. The lawyer was lying, nigga, it was free. I did it for free. Y'all ain't care? Nigga brought a car with y'all money, tricked it out. Nigga put a wild tattoo on his eye. Look like Mike Tyson. Look like Mike Tyson in Crisis and shit. Did all that with y'all money. Boy, crazy. These Buzz Lightyear, aka a nut. Man, we ran them out of New York when they scammed us out of debate. People bought plane tickets. They did all that, bro. These niggas, we gonna take down and the Amaral squad. Them niggas ain't even show. Yo, y'all brought plane tickets, yo, and still blame that we ran a nigga out of New York, him and Seti. These niggas end up in a hotel. Yeah, I'm saying the camera just showed them with no shirts on in a hotel. What two men is in a hotel with a single bill with their shirts off talking about, yeah. Now y'all tripping off a nigga with fingernails right here. What? Y'all ain't know that back then. Oh, you ain't, man, I ran up on them niggas when they came to Atlanta, yo. Y'all can't come here no more. Anyway, I just had to get that off my chest because there's a lot of people send me videos. Man, don't send me no videos with no damn young Pharaoh. I've been told y'all he was a beat. Ben said it. Ben said he was a wild pseudo scam. Ben said it. Now y'all see it, man. It's 10 years later. Nature Boy. Nigga in prison forever. Polite. Y'all gonna let Polite dig back in. Watch. I'm gonna sit there and watch. Watch. Watch, y'all gonna let them get back. Y'all let Mighty Hebrew get back. Anyway, y'all don't care about the health. Y'all don't care about the mental health of the community. And y'all don't care about the women around y'all with letting these predators. Or y'all don't care. Y'all don't care. Y'all just want to hear what they got to say. They ain't even got nothing. The wild part about it is they ain't even got nothing intelligent to say. That's the wild part of this whole thing. These niggas is scamming. That's what get me the most. Y'all follow him. Y'all follow Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and cuss out Fauci. I don't get it, yo. Just say I don't like you, Unc. All right, nigga, you don't gotta like me, nigga, but look up what I'm saying. Yeah, everybody ain't gonna like me. I ain't likable all the time. Sometimes I'm likable, sometimes I'm not. I ain't easy to get along with. Everybody know it. All right, shit, I say what it is. At least what I think it is. Yeah, but don't act like we making up something. Don't act like because you can't get with the information, all of a sudden the white man is the only person to have science, or that's the white man's science. That's an answer that's an answer you have when you have no damn answer. That's how I know I got it. That's the white man's science. Shut the hell up. All y'all be I'm just saying there are people that are just super disrespectful to indigenous cultures. Y'all want indigenous cultures that have jets, 747s, Ferraris, and Humvees. They just can't have what they have and be at the level for that particular time. That ain't good enough. They gotta have jets. They gotta have spaceships and rockets. They gotta have advanced civilization. When they say advanced civilization, they talking about on par with the 2026 civilization. That's what they mean when they say that. How is this not wild? People got fake degrees. Jabari acting like he got a degree in divinity. Man, he got a degree in pseudoism, a daggone metaphysical degree. Y'all don't care? Oh, you hating? Nigga, I ain't hating. I'm saying what it is, man. How's that hate when you say what it is? That's not slander. That's saying what it is. I got it. Y'all don't want to hear what it is. Y'all want the sugar coat. Y'all want the puffity puff landing. Y'all want all that. Y'all don't want the real, because you know what the real thing make you do? The real thing make you go to the mirror and take a look at your damn self and figure out, what am I doing? What have I done? The real thing make you say, can I actually use this to raise this little baby I'm looking at? Am I giving my baby an opportunity to get the higher education? And then you realize that shit that Pharaoh was teaching, don't do that. It leave you lonely at the end with the buffoonery with a B. It leave you crazy. It leave you on the outskirts and looking like a nut. And the only people getting money is the people that's throwing that wild information out. 7 keys. Brother Rich got a whole channel full of pseudos hiding and begotten. Hiding. Capping. And they always against your health. They all against your health. Because they ain't got no Dr. Sabi ambulance. They ain't got no Black Power hospital. They ain't got that. And all of them, Yaki awakening surgery clinic. They don't got that. They don't got none of that. All they can do is put you in this situation and yell fire in the damn movies, and y'all all running to each other, people getting hurt. Who say, where was the fire? There wasn't none. That's the same thing when they holler out, oh, the medical, they trying to, they're yelling fire. But you know what's wild? This is how I know they tripping. Because all of us get sick because we humans, Homo sapiens, sapien. And when they get sick, when the vegetables and the fruits and the grass, chicken root, ginger, beer don't work, guess what they do? They call that goddamn ambulance. They don't call Dr. Sabi. They don't call the Umar Johnson Clinic for mental health. They don't call a Black Power hotline, ambulance, evidence-based service. They call the thing they claim they hate the most. That's how you know I won. They call evidence-based medicine. See what I'm saying? See, it's easy if you can just think, even if you was stupid as bricks, you can put this hand up and say, this is the list of the Dr. Sebi hospitals, the Conscious Community Ambulance Service, right? The Phil Valentine Surgical Clinic to help people with cancer. And in this hand, evidence-based science. And you can do this. And you can say, Dr. Sebi, we don't got it. We don't got it. Surgical, we don't got it. And you can say, yeah, they got hospitals, they got clinics, they got damn. Grady Hospital, right? Great for gunshots. All this over here, but nothing over here. Afrocentric. It's frustrated, man. This shit leave you marginalized. We already marginalized, bro. We already here, trying to get here, but y'all putting this out the game on purpose. Like I said, I got empathy. I got empathy for ignorance because we're all ignorant on something. And then they get mad at that. Then they can't understand sentence structures and words and small words and can't read dictionaries and all that. And then loud. Watch this nigga right here. Anyway, I ain't finished with the Pharaoh. I'm going on the Pharaoh. I swear I am, yo. I am. Yeah, let me do this. Yeah, man, boy, I tell you. Make it a little bit bigger. Let's see. All right. Homo sapiens sapien. A lot of people don't even know what the hell that is. They don't even use that no more. Let's hear him. They don't use that no more.
Homo sapiens sapiens. I claim, and have for a while, that we are a native species.
What? That's that young Pharaoh shit. I'm trying to tell you, yo. Man, y'all need to boo him off the stage, yo. Watch.
They claim we're Homo sapiens sapiens.
Who the hell is the they? You mean a scientist, the anthropologist? You mean the geneticists? You mean those who study biological human evolution? You mean the ones that go to school for 8 to 10 years? You mean the ones that study the subject? You mean the ones that put money behind it? Or you, nigga, you put up $5 to get some PowerPoint shit that you got for free? You? But since you young, they going for it. He in his damn 30s. You know black people don't crack. Let me keep going.
I claim, and have for a while, that we are a native species. Now,
we are natives. No shit. Homo sapiens sapiens is native to planet Earth. Homo sapiens sapiens is native to all land masses on planet Earth. He ain't say he think he said, I just said something slick. I ain't native, man. Shut the hell up. In the middle of a day, big up to the barbarians. You catch them on Facebook. You know, I'm a pseudo killer to the day I die.
Homo sapiens sapien. Homo sapiens sapiens is the name given to our species if, keyword if, we are considered a subspecies of a larger group. This name is used to those or by those that describe the specimen.
He can't even look. Homo sapiens sapien is the name given to our species. Cap, if we are considered a subspecies, cap, of a larger group, this name is used by those who describe the specimen of Hithro, Ethiopia as Homo sapiens adultu, or by those who believe that modern humans and Neanderthals were members of the same species. They not members of the same species. They members of the same homogeneous. This off the top of my head. Neanderthals were called Homo sapiens Neanderthalis in this scheme. What? No, Neanderthal was called Homo sapiens sapien. They was thinking they was archaic form of Homo sapiens, bro. I'm gonna bring a source.
From here to Ethiopia as Homo sapiens, or by those who
Here to what? Here to Ethiopia. Hit the road.
believe that modern humans and the Neanderthals were members of the same species. The Neanderthals were called Homo sapiens Neanderthals in this scheme. That comes from the Australian Museum.
Hey, man. Get him out the way early. His whole presentation is done. Homo sapiens in anthropology and paleontology, the subspecies of Homo sapiens. I'm gonna say it again. Homo sapiens sapien is actually the subspecies of Homo sapiens. They used to think that Neanderthal was a subspecies or archaic species of Homo sapiens. That consists of the only living members of genus Homo. Modern human beings traditionally, this subspecies designation was used by paleontologists and anthropologists to separate modern human beings from more archaic members, of the Homo sapiens. Homo sapiens is thought to have evolved sometime between 160,000 to 90,000 years ago in Africa, before migrating first to the Middle East, Europe, Asia, Australia, and Americas. So even if he read a real source on it, it's going to show how humans migrated and ended up in the Americas. So he ain't even got a source that could even remotely back up what the man is saying. Then they say currently, Homo sapiens sapiens is the only widely accepted subspecies of Homo sapiens, and the necessity of this designation remains a matter of debate, since traditional taxonomic practice subdivides a species only when there is evidence of two or more distinct subgroups. Several species of Homo sapiens have been proposed. For example, the Swedish naturalist and explorer Carl Linnaeus. Don't you say it out your mouth, indigenous crazy man. See, I told him about Carl Linnaeus. Use a lie. It's in the 10th century edition of his System of Nature. That's in 1758. We shouldn't be using nothing from 1758. It classified modern human beings into 4 subspecies according to geographical origins: Homo sapien Asiaticus, Homo sapien sapien Europeanus, Homo sapien sapien afar, and Homo sapien sapien Americanus. Linnaeus' classification was later discarded because of the recognition of the racial prejudice. See what I'm saying? So all y'all running around screaming, howling, quote unquote, the Egyptians black, you in that wild racist hierarchy, my brothers and sisters. Prejudice, it says, an outdated notion of European superiority implicit in his taxonomy. And because of the discoveries that only superficial differences existed between these groups, it's only superficial differences that exist between people that live in Asia, people that live in America, people that live in Africa. Superficial, like skin color, hair texture, and sometimes that's superficial, man. Y'all don't get that though, because you're in a wild community listening to quote unquote Buzz Lightyears, nature wild boy, and the rest of them, and wild elders that promote this nonsense. Let me say this real quick. And actually, to me, for a person to be an elder, they got to be fluid in what the hell they trying to say and what they trying to talk about. Their character got to be there to a certain point. But if you're an elder in something, that means you tested through time of giving proper information on the regular occurrence, right? So for me, my elders is my grandmother, my grandfather, right? They passed on my great-grandmother, great-grandfather, my mother and my father, my aunts and my uncles, because they gave real good, relevant information that will help me move forward. When it comes to this conscious community, I ain't got no elders. The only ones that are really there for me, like Professor James Smalls, he's not an elder in nothing I'm talking about. But that's my friend, that's my man. I appreciate him. He the only one with heart of a lion. He gonna challenge me. He don't mind having a back and forth with me. But as far as the scientific literacy, we don't got it. Now, you got to go all the way back to Dr. Benham, who was trying to promote science and science literacy. John Jackson, all of them from here. Look, you got to go all the way back here. I'm just taking a slight detour. I want to just show y'all that slight detour. Slight detour. Let me just kind of bring this up to your mind. Like people like Hubert Harrison. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Real quick. I think this is, I just think this is important. Let me see if I can get this. Like typing, I thought I already had it on this thing where I can just get right to it. Here, real quick. See? See that? That's the Harlem History Club. Was a study circle founded in Harlem in 1930, based at the Harlem YMCA. Willis, Nathaniel Huggins, John Jackson, Joel A. Rogers, Robert B. Moore, William Hansberry, and the late, great John Henry Clark, yo. All right? Kwame Nkrumah. All right. Now these cats, man, they was using academia, but yo, this is the 1930s, man. And then y'all got a problem with time and accuracy and timelines and geography. And so it just make my job harder, man. Y'all just need to get a map and stare at it. Look at timelines. And so any information you're using from these brothers that started in 1930s, yo, it's officially out of date, bro. Right? And the reason it's out of date because a whole lot of things have changed. They was just trying to get they hadn't even had the 4 statements on race in 1930. You don't get the 6 statements on race from UNESCO until around 1945. And that's after the Great War. And for all y'all that don't study history and wars, the Great War was considered World War II, where Hitler tried to literally take over the world with racism, white supremacy, thinking that he had the master race. Based off of pseudoscience. This is during a particular time of scientific racism. Y'all think scientific racism means science. No, scientific racism really is talking about pseudoscience. When they actually taught pseudoscience at Harvard and Yale. I say all that to say that I pushed for this, but y'all threw tomatoes at me. These are the only ones with books that got sources in it that you can go back and look at it, but they was outdated. When I was bringing Dr. Ben Work and Joel A. Rogers, they was all out of date when we got it, at least by 30, 40, 50 years, 60, 70 years, man. So I'm not throwing no slight at them, but I never was going by way of the pseudo. Anyway, I just wanted to show y'all something. I think this is important to know why I do what I do, and these will be the elders of what I'm doing. That's the foundation I stand on because it don't crumble. You just replace the stuff they got wrong with things they got right and build from that. It's called standing on the shoulders. I'm going to make this clear. You cannot stand on the shoulders of a deck of cards because it's going to crumble as soon as you step on it. But if it's solid means it's accurate. You can stand on that. I gotta say that slow. Because if I say it too fast, y'all gonna lose it. But this guy right here, I'm telling you, he's a quack. Oh, you talk about you made 30-something years old, man. Giving a lecture high already. Are you knocking people? Now I ain't knocking nothing. I'm saying, man, don't get up here with no slide presentation in green and talking crazy. Don't make no sense. It's not clear. No accuracy. And then don't say my name. Yeah, what we teaching though? What we teaching? We talking that Homo sapiens sapien ain't using that no more. All right. And let me just get right here and verify what I'm saying. So we talked about Carl Linnaeus, Systema Naturae. He wrote his classifications and they said it was racist because he was acting like they were 4 or 5 different races. Bull crap. They say other groups have been classified. Watch this. This is important and essential and germane to his slide. Other groups have been classified as subspecies of Homo sapien, including Neanderthal. See? Homo sapien Neanderthal. See that? They thought it was a subspecies, which most researchers later reclassified. See, they reclassified it. Supernova, super clown, super cosmic, pseudo. So why is you bring this a slide with information that's been reclassified? Because he's a damn pseudo and they easy to get, easy work. Other groups have been classified as subspecies of Homo sapien, including Neanderthal. Homo sapiens sapien neanderthalis, which most researchers later reclassified as what? The species, because they're a separate species called what, yo? Homo neanderthal. Homo neanderthalis. And a group of specimens that were later placed in the Homo sapien, Homo habilidogenesis. By the early 21st century, only one group of Homo sapien adultu, known primarily from the fossil skull discovery in 1997 near Hetero. Let me make sure I'm saying that right. Definitely crack the joke on him and get the joke right. Hetero, gotta be. Herdo. Let's say Herdo. Herdo. That's how you say it right. Herdo, Ethiopia. And dating from around 160,000 years ago. We call this archaic Homo sapiens sapien right here. It's was being considered as a second subspecies of Homo sapiens. Some researchers have argued, however, that hetero fossils are not distinct enough to justify the creation of a new species. So it's not a new species, it's actually archaic. Knocked him out in the first round, he out the game. Why would he have nonsense on his slides like that? Why? Why is he saying Homo sapien? He made that up. Crazy work, bro.
All of my sources will be down here in the form of a hyperlink at any given time or at the end of this. If you guys have a question on any of my slides, I can copy and paste my hyperlink into the search bar and I can pull up an article for you guys, or you guys can type out the hyperlink yourself and it'll take you.
We already know the source ain't saying what you saying. I ain't gonna pull up. I know the source ain't saying what you saying. I know it ain't. Cat.
Exactly where I got my information.
Yeah, you got your information from the clown show.
A native species, what I believe we are. A native species is found in a certain ecosystem due to natural processes such as natural distribution. The koala, for example, is native to Australia. No human intervention brought a native species to the area or influences spread to that area. Native species are also sometimes called indigenous species. While a native species can be helped by new species introduced to an area like flowers native to North America helped by European honeybees in the last several centuries, the native species itself developed on its own in the area. It is particularly adapted to its habitat. Now, from my research and what I truly firmly believe inside of my heart,
what?
We have popped up all over this planet. There's evidence surrounding us that shows up all over this planet. Inside of my heart,
we don't care about what's inside of your damn heart. In my heart, she loves me. And then she go cheat on me. Science does not care about what's in your heart, what you believe, how you feel, your emotions towards it. It deals with the data. So in his heart, he believes that Homo sapiens sapiens is native. Yeah, no shit, Charlotte. They definitely native the planet Earth, and they definitely traversed to all the continents in the world. Boy, I tell you. Boy, I tell you. Boy, I tell you. Interesting. Huh. Let them finish scamming, because this is what this is. It's a scam.
It popped up all over this planet.
There's evidence around. There ain't no damn evidence. Nobody popping up all over no damn planet. It's evidence that humans traversed the planet. They walked. No evidence that they popped up, which requires separate, different genesis for Homo sapiens. This does not occur. He 200 years behind, but he teaching this as I got the knowledge. Now he's scamming.
Surrounding us that shows that there was human life all over this planet. They come up with a BS excuse that everyone walked out of Africa, but even that in itself shows comes down to racism.
What? He teaching racism. He teaching this. Look. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen. See the flim flam switcheroo boo boo boo? He got the switcheroo boo boo boo. Look. Watch this. Let's come back to Carl Linnaeus. All right. Let me show you how this man is teaching y'all racism. And if you're not accurate in your approach to understanding the conversation and understanding the words and the nomenclatures and the whole daggone thing, let me say that better. If you don't understand the material, if you don't understand the definitions of words, he can trick you. He just said that they teaching racism, but yet he's saying the same thing that the people who was teaching racism is saying. Carl Linnaeus, he's a Swedish naturalist. He proposed that in he was dealing with geography in different areas. Asia, right? Look, according to the geographic origin, Homo sapien, look, Asiaticus, that's a separate species. Homo sapien Europeanus, Europeanus, that sounds wild. Homo sapien afar, that will be Africa, I'm sure of it, and Homo sapien Americus. It say Linnaeus' classifications was later, disregarded because of the recognition of the racial prejudice and outdated notion of European superiority explicit in his taxonomy, right? Because he separated all of them for some superficial nonsense. But yet this man come back in 2026 and reinstitute the daggone quote-unquote racism and act like they were teaching race. Man, look, bro. This is what we can't do, y'all. This is what we can't do. But he's young. No, he's stupid. Give him a chance. Hell no, I been gave him a chance. He done. It's on site every time I see him, we into it. I'm not negotiating. I'm not nothing. We always at debate. We always at odds. Y'all give him a break. Some kid somewhere is listening to this thing. Oh man, he doing his thing. No, he ain't doing his thing. He promoting and practicing racism. He's saying that there are actually separate races of humans. The same thing Carl Linnaeus and then was trying to say in the age of pseudoscientific. It's called scientific racism. This man is on this panel, in this debate teaching scientific racism. Look, what is scientific racism? What is Pseudoscientific racism. Here we go. Why don't you use something else? I ain't using nothing else. I'm always use this because people can't read. Need something real simple for you. Scientific racism. Here you go. Scientific racism, sometimes termed biological racism, is the pseudoscientific belief that the human species is divided into biological distinct taxonomy called races. Yeah, you know, like they popped up in different places. Yeah, like there ain't no connection to each other. Yeah. I'm gonna say it again. Scientific racism, sometimes termed biological racism, is a pseudoscientific belief that a human species is divided into biological distinct taxa called races, and that empirical evidence exists to support or justify racial discrimination and racial inferiority or racial superiority, bro. It say before the mid-20th century, scientific racism was accepted throughout the scientific community, but it is, look, this way y'all misuse it, but it is no longer considered scientific. The division of humankind into biological separate groups, along with the assessment of particular physical and mental characteristics to those groups through constructing and applying corresponding explanatory methods, is referred to as racism. So y'all be practicing racism when you try to distinctly make the Egyptians black. Y'all practicing racism. And I said it. Racial realism, hold on. Race realism or race science by those who support these ideas. Modern scientific consensus reject this view as being irreconcilable with modern genetic research. Genetics is the study of genes. Genetics, variation, hierarchy in organisms, heredity in organisms. Coming from Greg Mendel. Right, he on a panel teaching racism, calling them racist. They don't even do that no more. He's outdated. He's in the 1920s. He's spitting off Carl Linnaeus. He running his mouth and he loud on the mic. Crazy work. Man, now you have 300, where you at? They moving 300 million years. And they're going to try to tell us,
which I will prove later in another slide.
they ain't proving
But
nothing.
you cannot agree that with the out of Africa theory without agreeing with Charles Darwin and Francis Galton and their racist ideologies.
Francis Galton. What? Francis Galton. Let's see. They always mix it up. Francis Galton. You don't even know who Francis Galton is. Charles Darwin's second cousin was scamming. Definitely. Hold on, Francis. I got the name wrong. Oh, I'm messing it up. Let me get this right. Hold on, His whole presentation is wild. Scamming. Completely scamming. Let me see if I can get to it. Let me see. I think it's somewhere down. Shit. Let me see something. Hold on. Francis Galton, career, personal life, awards. Redirected. Eugenics. I gotta go to eugenics. Let me see if I can find this in a eugenics article. Damn. I want to show you the connection to Charles Darwin. Did everybody mess up? They didn't probably redid the daggone article. Let me see. History of eugenics. Ancient medieval origins. Eugenics. Ancient medieval. I don't want that. Damn. Shoot. Man. Oppose. Man. Hold on. Nazi gen. Hold on. Damn. They didn't change up the daggone. I used to just go there, but they didn't upgrade a whole lot of stuff. Let me see. Charles Darwin, let me see. Damn. History of eugenics, I don't want that. Plato, academic origins. The term eugenics and its modern field of study were first formulated by Francis Galton in 1883, directly drawing on the recent work delineating natural selection by his half-cousin Charles Darwin. He published, conclusions chiefly let me see. Galton himself defined it as the study of all agencies under the human control which can improve or impair the racial quality of future generations. The first to systematically apply Darwinism theory to human relations. Galton believed that various desirable human qualities were also hereditary ones. Although Darwin strongly disagreed with his elaboration of his theory. Found it right here, the academic origins of it. First of all, Darwinism appears after Darwin. First point. That can be very confusing, but this is the line in question here. The first to systematically apply Darwinism theory to human relations, Galton believed that various desirable human qualities were also hereditary ones. Although Darwin strongly disagreed with this elaboration of his theory. So you can't put Darwin in that. Somebody go stop this man. Somebody tell this man he flim, flam, blim, blam, booming. Somebody tell him, hey, bro, you got it all mixed up. Somebody pull his coattail, but y'all not gonna do it. Y'all can keep cheering him, and one day you're gonna have a whole bunch of people following with long fingernails diving out the window look crazy. Off in the Caribbean island somewhere, dancing to Calippo looking crazy. Watch. Nah, I don't think Chris will go that far, yo. I ain't gonna lie, but the possibility is endless. Huh. Yeah, he had war. And he's wild out. He ain't in no damn war. He had war with his damn self and misinformation.
We'll skip this one. This one is, I'll come back to this if need be.
Yeah, we'll skip that. Skip
what
that.
What is Gaussian's distribution? It is the normal distribution. A normal distribution, also known as...
Wait, theorem, we're going to talk about the theorem with mathematics. That theorem deal with mathematics. He's going to mess all that up. All right, he thinks there's some kind of way refutes evolution. It don't. Not at all. It's dealing with mathematical statistics, right? You know what I mean? Dealing with arm sizes and like, come on, man. All right, so that slide he talking about, don't prove nor disprove. Damn evolution, yo. All right? It's statistical explanation for measurements influenced by small factors, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And it often forms a bell curve shape. Man, this man used this slide as if he knew what he's talking about. Gaussian distribution. So basically in biology, traits such as height, body mass, beak size, many approximate this pattern because many genes, environmental factors influence the man. Evolution can then change that distribution. See, he don't even understand that. Directional selection shifts the average. Stabilizing selection reduces variation around the average. Disruptive selection favors both extremes. Genetic drift can change distribution randomly. He don't know all that. So most important to what he think he talking about, what he don't, is the bell curve says nothing by itself about common ancestral mutation, inheritance, and natural selection. Or speciation. You don't know what speciation is. Speciation, how we get new species, called speciation. Evidence for evolution instead comes from like we said all the time, genetics, fossils, directly observed evolution. Evolution could be directly observed. Rapid evolution, where Harvard, and a doctorate professor, pre-doctorate program, African American, I forget his name, studied the lizards. Right? And a storm front came in, he left and came back. 6 months later, they had evolved. AE, rapid evolution. Right? So we learned it through genetics, fossils, directly observed evolutionary chains, comparative anatomy, dealing with comparing anatomy. That's why we can compare the anatomy of a fish with modern humans and understand that the human body is a suppository of everything it came from by studying comparative anatomy and biography. Okay? So anyone using this slide right here to disprove evolution is confusing statistical patterns with biological explanations, man. But yet y'all cheer this man. He young. No, he's stupid. I don't even like using the word he young. He's just stupid. He's just a stupid human being at this point. Oh, why are you being hard on man? I've been talking to this man for 2-3 years, man, and he get worse, and he come up with the same slides. I ain't got no empathy for him because he loud on the mic. Remember, I told y'all that, right? If you loud on the mic, you better be right. You better be at least close to it. Crazy. Nah, man, I'm going to drop that link, and everybody think they sharp. They ain't even going to jump up. They ain't going to hit that. Nope. They ain't going to hit it because we about to get into the thing at hand. It's atheism older than it's Christianity and Judaism.
Gaussian's distribution has a bell-shaped curve, and it is symmetrical around its means.
Oh, man. I don't really move forward. What the hell are you talking about?
What is so special about Gaussian's distribution? Why do we find Gaussian's distribution almost everywhere?
I don't want to hear it. Foolery.
When I ask the same answer, are humans and nature the same? Are we the same? I would like to ask her that, but like I said, I got to save it for the
humans are part of nature. Humans are part of nature. Humans live in nature, a part of nature. Humans are affected by the natural phenomenon produced by nature. Nature produces human beings. What the hell is he talking about?
Time to ask my questions.
How does it help him?
I'm sure she would agree, just like Ankh agreed when I brought the information to him that we are the same as nature. Ankh agreed. That's my question.
Throw my name in there.
But I'm sure she would agree, just like Ankh agreed when I brought the information to him that we are the same as nature. If anyone says humans are not the same as nature or a part of nature, then we're unnatural, and that's what they really think of you. Now, where do animals come from? Because animals and nature are a part of nature.
Is it me?
Native species is found in a certain ecosystem due to natural processes such as natural distribution. The koala, for example, is native to Australia. No human intervention brought a native species to the area or influenced its spread to that area.
Right. like Europeans brought rats to America. Rats that came from England in that area. They introduced that particular rat into America. So it wouldn't be indigenous to America, that particular rat.
Native species are also sometimes called indigenous species. This is from the city of Njaro, which is a city website of a city that's inside of California. So this comes straight from a city official website.
A city. What city, Negro? A city. What city? A city. Yeah, all right.
Are humans and nature the same? The British scientist James Lovelock, working 70 years later, understands the organism. For fun, intimately connected, people separate you all through the same time via the bell curve, which is a mathematical formula.
And I already read that whole thing about to explain to y'all. This ain't got nothing to do with disrupting or debunking evolution, but he think it do. He's using that to debunk evolution, y'all. Incorrect.
Everyone knows the language of the universe is mathematics.
What? Is that a metaphor or something? Can he explain that metaphor? No.
So we're looking for the answers of how humans got here, how anything got on this planet.
We're not looking for the answers to how humans got on this planet. That don't got nothing to do with evolution. Evolution has absolutely nothing to do with how humans got to the damn planet. Evolution has all to do with what happens once life get to Earth. Evolution talks about what happens, answers the question, why is it that life on Earth is so diversified, but yet has a common origin? There's only one answer. Why is it that all organisms share DNA? There's only one answer. Why is it that chimpanzees and humans share 98 to 99% DNA? There's only one answer. That answer is life evolved on Earth. That answer is Charles Darwin theory of evolution. That's the answer. Y'all run into a brick wall 100 miles an hour with a Toyota. Unmovable object at this point. Evolution is a scientific fact and a scientific theory.
You have to look to a mathematician. You have to look.
You don't gotta look to nothing.
And crunch numbers. You look for math. We don't look for someone else's opinion, as in a scientist, a historian, none of that. We look for mathematics and an equation that can help prove how humans and nature got on this planet. 500 million years ago, animals and plant life populated the planet Earth. The animals first occurred in the fossil record around 574 million years ago. Their arrival appears as a sudden explosion in rocks from the Cambrian period, which is 539 million years ago to 480.
I know this man ain't about to make humans 500 million years old, yo. I know he not, yo. I know he not. Yes, he is. None of these sources say that. The Natural History Museum don't say that. And the New Oxford sure as hell ain't saying it. He don't even know what the Cambrian...
5 million years.
Oh, so he think because it's animals. This man... I don't even know if he recognizes humans as animals, first of all. He ain't recognize them as the animals that we talking about. He got some wild animal. I don't know. But this man think because he see that we're an animal, that mean humans, yo. What is going on, man? Come on, yo. Really?
Years ago, and seems to counter the typically gradual pace of evolutionary change. New Oxford University.
What? Let me see. Animals first occur in the fossil record, and it does not exclude them having ancestors, neither, for the record, y'all. And they ain't talking about finding fossilized bodies, neither. It's another thing. Around 574 million years ago, their arrival appears as a sudden explosion. First of all, the word explosion is wrong. All right, that's wrong. That's 500 million years of transforming and evolving, ladies and gentlemen. The word explosion trick you, just like the word big bang trick you. And that ain't what it is. Explode. So he thinking it exploded out of nowhere. That's what he thinking. Explosion in the rocks from the Cambrian period, 539 million years ago to 485 million years ago, and seems to counter typical gradual pace of evolutionary change. Seems to, but it don't. The data and analysis show that plant life began colonizing around fire. He thinking trees and shit. Ain't no damn trees at 500 million years ago during the Cambrian period. We talking about spores. Spores. Around the same time as the emergence of the first land animals, these studies are also improving our understanding of how a plant family first, whatever, man. He don't even understand the shit he got on the slides.
New data and analysis shows that plant life began colonizing land 500 million years ago. During the Cambrian period, around the same time as the emergence of the first land animals, these studies are also improving our understanding of how the plant family first evolved. Natural History Museum, which is located in the UK.
It's located in the UK. Look, listen, man. So first of all, the title of that slide, is misleading. The heading itself is misleading because it mixes several different evolutionary events. Let's get that straight, We trying to figure out what occurred around 500 million years ago. Hold on. Man, kids. They ain't kids no more. They in college. My son off his way to college. Big up to my damn son. Where was I at? I was at this man line about the came. I want to explain this slide so we can get off there and get into the topic at hand here. So I talked about the title itself being misleading, is mixing a couple of evolutionary events, right? The earliest confirmed microscopic animals. We talking about microscopic animals. All right, let's talk about what actually occurred. Let me look at this slide again. He's saying 5 million years ago, animals and plant life. All right, man, populated. Let me tell you what actually populated it. Before we get into the foolery. Soft-bodied animals such as I want to get this right. Dictosona. I believe that's how you say it. I want to say it right. Dickinsonia. All right. Lived in the ocean before the Cambrian. All right. See? That's before that. Remember I said during this particular Cambrian explosion, those particular animals had ancestors. Remember we talked about that, right? The Cambrian diversification. That's about 539 million to 520 years ago. Numerous marine animal lineages rapidly diversified. Remember we talked about back then when they first figured out the Cambrian explosion, they ain't understand rapid evolution. Charles Darwin didn't talk about rapid evolution. He thought it was slow, right? Remember, there is an open end you can add to it. Remember? So let's deal with the first land plants, possibly 515 to 470 million years ago. All right, molecular clock estimates suggest tiny non-vascular plants began colonizing. Remember, the molecular clock is what we can use to verify that all humans come from Africa. We can also verify that the viruses that traveled inside of humans came from Africa too. So this kills them the whole way through. Let me finish. Land vibrates roughly 390, 360 million years ago, ladies and gentlemen. Fish-related tetrapods began moving onto land much later. So that's how what we would later on become humans actually start out in the water. That's why I talk about the fish and I talk about the tetrapods. That's for another whole lesson. Vertebrates. All right, so let me finish. So when we talk about the Cambrian explosion, right, appears, right, instantaneously or without ancestors, it refers to geological rapid diversification lasting millions, probably tens of millions of years. So it didn't just come out of nowhere, but the word trick you. So he's up there tricked out of his mind, screaming and hollering racism because he don't understand, because he can't read. So let's talk about most of the Cambrian animals are clearly marine. All right, they increase visibility in the fossil record was partly because of the evolution of shells, exoskeleton, and fossilized more readily. Larger and more complex bodies increase oxygen, ecological interaction, predator-prey evolutionary competition, right? That'll give you competition, predator and prey. They evolve to evade or to learn how to attack better. Okay, exceptional fossil preservation conditions. Animals were also present during the preceding Edurian period, right? And we have an Oxford study, right, cited in the slide, right? It investigates whether still earlier animals might be missing because of soft bodies rarely fossilized. It did not conclude that the animals were suddenly created during the Cambrian age, which he did. So that study he's using actually witness against himself. This is what I'm talking about. The claim about the plants, right? So we use genetic relationships, molecular clock modeling, right? And 37 fossils calibration and estimates that land plants may have originated during the middle Cambrian to early Ordovician period. Ordovician. Am I saying it right? I'm gonna get this right. Ordovician. Ordovician. Let's see. Yep. Ordovician. Okay. That does not mean that scientists found a complete 5 million year old plant. The strongest direct fossil evidence, right? Microscopic spores. I talked about spores, appeared 470 million years ago. This man is thinking, wow, these early land plants were probably tiny ground cover organisms, not trees, grasses, or flowering plants, right? That's in the Natural History Museum. It's discussing land plants, specifically algae and photosynthetic organisms already existed in water long before this. So you already had plants in the water long before they was on land. That slide does not contradict evolution, ladies and gentlemen. No, evolution does not require every lineage to change at a perfectly consistent rate. Long periods of modest change can alter with faster evolutionary radiation when new habitats, genetic innovations, or ecological opportunities emerged. Yeah, so he scammed out the whole thing, right? So I've critiqued the sources on the slide to show you how wild it was. His whole idea is basic racism, but yet he loud on the mic. I mean, loud on the mic. Let me move forward, man. Where we at? Let's see how much time we got. I mean, he loud on the mic. Let me move up to an hour and something. Let's see. Move up to an hour and we can move on. I'm going to drop the link too. And we can start talking about the atheism for a minute. All right.
North America. So I'm gonna stop sharing that one. And now she also talked about how we all like really came out of Africa. We all descend from Africa. Well, guess what? There's a group of people who never been in Africa, but their DNA is prevalent in African Americans and Europeans. And
what is he about to say here? What does he think he about to say?
everyone else. You know what they're called, the Neanderthal. Now, if Unc was here, he would try to give you some BS runaround story about how the Neanderthals weren't fully human and this and that. So now BS runaround. Now, if Unc was here, he would try to give you some BS runaround story about how the Neanderthals weren't fully human.
That's a lie. Neanderthal was fully human. They was human. They just was a different species of human. Not giving no runaround story. That's all sort of stuff. It's called Homo Neanderthal, you nut. That's what it's called. You got to run around mumble jumbles, bumble. You out of your mind. You loud on the mic. But yet you mention my name. I ain't your competition. I'm teaching. You in the middle of a damn debate, to which the sis did a good job, getting slapped around, mentioning my damn name. Really? Yeah, but y'all let this go on, yo. Y'all cheer this man.
And this and that. So now I'm going to share my screen. It's a video we're going to watch. This, I want you guys to let me know if you can hear the video, because they break down how Neanderthals are humans. Just because
Neanderthal are humans, you nut. Why is you showing a video proving that Neanderthals are human, and we already agree that Neanderthals are human? They just a different species of humans. He gonna show us a video that beats him up. That beat up, remember that position he had of Homo sapiens sapien? Remember that position he had? Remember that? Y'all can't make this up, man. Anyway, I don't even want to show the damn video. Let me see. Let's see.
But if you look at Homo erectus, there's the skeleton, completely human. Has some distinct features, just like all of us have distinct features, especially among different people groups when you separate the gene pool, like after the Tower of Babel, but completely human.
Tower of Babel, what to say? That's a man. Where did you get the video
The
from?
skull size of Homo erectus fits within the normal genetic variation of humans, around 1,000 cubic centimeters. So Homo erectus is just 100% human.
Homo erectus 100% human. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we agree. They all humans. Now the question is, what do the hell they mean by humans? We don't know, but they definitely in the homogeneous family. Homo erectus, listen to the words, Homo erectus. They're humans. 100% humans. I don't know about all of the. I don't know about all the 100%. The Homo sapiens are 100% human. I don't know about all that, but they're humans. They're humans. They're just as human as Homo sapien. They're just as human, ladies and gentlemen. They just a different species of human. So this man is using information. I don't know where he got the website from. Richard, man, listen.
That leads us to the Homo sapiens, our direct ancestors according to the theory of evolution, which is Neanderthal man, Cro-Magnon man, a few others too. We're just going to talk about Neanderthals real quick because they're just so popular. Neanderthals, that's what the Geico caveman's supposed to be, in case you didn't know. So,
if you can see that, he showed how the brain size is so similar to humans. He showed how the body structure is so similar to humans. And this is what a Neanderthal literally would look like.
All right, man. He's using a Geico commercial. I'm done. I'm done. I quit. I used the Geico commercial. And this is what y'all in. That young fella was the same thing. This man told me, yo, that he boarded the Klingon ship and had a conversation with the Klingon. I had to ask him, boy, did you get the license plate? I astro projected. This man said he was an Aeritarian. All that same type of verbiage. Drop the link. We hour and something, man. Drop the link. We all at, and let me read while I'm dropping the link, man. Let me get you my super chats, man. Jay Snake the Great. 100 Jewels, man. Appreciate you, bro. 2 Jewels. Silver Star, man. Appreciate you, bro. Jake the Snake. Silver Star, man. Appreciate that. The Humphreys. I remember all the foolery those guys spilled. Appreciate that. Good work. Man, let me drop the Cash App, man. You know we gotta show some love in the Cash App, man. That's how we do it. All right. That's how we getting it. That's how we do it. We drop that in there. All right. Drop the Cash App. Let me take my first caller. Boom. Man, hit that Cash App, show some love, man. You know, we still on our campaign. We will be feeding the homeless this weekend, Sunday, like we did last week. Appreciate all the donations, man. Taking the kids with me. Appreciate that. That's just love. That's how we do it. The only way back to college, right? Teach your kids to volunteer, man. I've always made that a part of their lives. Volunteer. It's important. To volunteer for people that are less fortunate than you. You don't have an example of it and don't show them, don't immerse them in it. How will they learn it? There we go. What's going on, Genesis? What to do? What's on your mind? Talk to us.
Well, you know, I'm glad that you covered this whole thing about the Neanderthal because I kind of got like singled out about the Neanderthal after the debate, and I bit my tongue about it because I was like, because this is getting into like a racism. Because like, you mean to tell us that the white people that have Neanderthal are not 100% human? But from what I understood and my understanding is that Neanderthals are not 100% human, but the Homo sapien is 100% human, a modern human. So that was what I'm like. Okay, when they talk about modern humans, like how we are now, like this, that we come from Homo sapien. Neanderthal is not a 100% human. So that's what I was, you know, what I read. And I'm trying to understand because I admitted that I was wrong about that, but at the same time, I didn't really understand why I was wrong. I just, okay, well.
Wrong about what? What was you wrong about?
That Neanderthals are not 100% human.
Yeah, they are.
So why does science say that they're not 100%?
Why the who?
Why does science? Because there's an argument about, okay, so what determines a human? Being able to stand up, having certain features, you know, and so is that what makes up a human?
Here, let me show you. That's cleared up. Easy to clear up. Look, we just come to.
I'm not pseudo. I didn't say
that. I said
somebody said she's pseudo too. I might be, you know what? Hey, whatever. I might be pseudo, but hey, listen.
Man, boy,
everything starts off pseudo before it gets proven. So whatever.
I don't know about that. Let me see.
It is like, how do you until you prove it? You know,
it don't gotta be pseudo. Look, we ain't gonna confuse it. Hold on. All right, let's do it. I want to do it this way.
Because it says Neanderthals are not 100% modern human because their family line split from ancestors of modern humans, Homo sapiens, roughly 550,000 years ago, leading to hundreds of thousands of years of separate physical and genetic changes. So scientists estimate that the lineage leading to Neanderthals, Homo neanderthalis, and the lineage leading to us humans, Homo sapiens, separated over 500,000 years ago. Different homes. Modern humans evolved in Africa while the ancestors who became Neanderthals moved to Europe and Asia. So is it because so whatever that was, like whatever that ape type of Homo creature was that was standing upright moved into Europe, and then there was a new thing that started in Africa while that thing was created, was evolving in Europe, and yeah, so that evolution was different from the Homo sapien in Africa, and we
Hold
encountered
on for a minute. Hey, Apostle, I didn't put you up on the stage. How you get up on the stage?
because he has access to
I didn't put you up on no damn stage. You don't got access to my show.
no, but he has access to
So
Sonetta.
what? I don't care. What I care about that?
Well, no, that's why he's able to add us.
No, he's not able to add himself to this conversation. Try adding to. What the hell wrong with y'all, Nick Rose? Stop playing with me. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all play too much, man. Y'all overstep y'all boundaries.
I'm not pseudo. I'm just trying to understand.
I never called you pseudo. And
I'm just saying the people that's out in the audience.
Why are you reading that? That's called the chat.
I'm sorry, my bad.
Yeah, you worrying about the wrong thing. We all learning. And welcome to
I can admit when I don't know something. I can admit, and I want to just be taught because what I'm reading online.
Yeah, I don't know what you're reading. Let's do this. It's how you define it. I've never heard it that. I don't understand it that way. So I would like to do. So you probably mean it. You probably saying it in this way. All right. You mean this. You doing this. You talking about humans, right?
Yes.
You talking about
modern human, like
correct.
how we are right now.
All right. So listen. So right here, humans. All right. Now you talking about thinking man. That's what you mean by sapiens. Sapien is a thinking man or wise man.
Right.
Homo sapien is thinking or wise man of the most abundant, widespread species of primates, right? Characterized by bipedalism, minimal body hair, and large complex brains, enabling the development of advanced technology, culture, language.
Okay.
It say humans are highly social beings intended to live in complex societal structures. That includes goddamn religion. All right. Later on, compromise. It's composed of many cooperating and competing groups or families or kingships, networks of political states. That's why we got different groups in the conscious community. That's why we got different groups amongst African Americans, because this is what we do. Curiosity and human desire to understand and influence the environment have motivated humanity's development of science, philosophy, religion, mythology, and other fields of knowledge. No group can effing escape this. Now, the important part in which germane to the conversation, if you're talking about thinking man, right? But we're actually talking about the genius human. Look. Kingdom, animal. Then you get Cordea, Mammalia, Placentalia. That's dealing with the placenta, primates, Homidae, and Homo. That is the genius. On that slide, he got it all mixed up, right? But who else is a human? Look. Neanderthal. Look at the category. They start off the same way. Look. Exact same thing. All the way down. The animal, Cordea, that's the spinal cord, mammal, you know what the mammal is, Placentalia, primates, Homidae, and Homo. Look, boom. Well, what else is in that category of human? Boom, here we go. Homo erectus. Same thing. Look at the categories, scientific categories. Look. Same thing. All the way down. They all in the same genus, Homo, or human. But the species is Homo erectus. So I just showed you 3 different species. So I don't know about the 100% human. I don't understand all that. I don't know what they're saying. I would have to read the source. But I'm telling you that Homo neanderthalensis is a human. Homo erectus is a human, right? And Homo sapiens is a human. But Homo sapien is what? Let's see. Homo erectus is an extinct species of archaic human. See? From the Pliocene, spanning 2 million years. Okay? It is the first human species to evolve human-like body plan, gait, and leave Africa and colonize Asia and Europe. So humans wasn't the first humans to leave. See how that can get confusing? Homo sapiens is not the first humans to leave Africa, but Homo erectus is, right? And they what? They wielded fire. So they was thinking. It says some populations of Homo erectus were ancestors of later human species. See, later human
Some of
species,
them.
like who? Include Homo habilis, human species. See, look, Homo habilis, and the last common ancestors of modern humans, Neanderthals, and Denisovans. So the last common ancestor, they share common ancestor in Homo habilis, approximate, right? Homo Denisovan, Homo Neanderthal, and modern humans share a common ancestor with Homo habilis. We know. Go ahead.
So my question is that okay? So if you come out of the lineage of Neanderthal, right? So they're because they had the Homo sapiens out of Africa, and then you had the Homo Neanderthal and the Homo Denisovan.
Yeah. So
Are you saying that those people, like the Caucasian and Asians that developed, came out of the Neanderthal, and then the African had a different development?
Not at all. Do you think that? You thinking that?
That's what
learning.
That's what I can admit that I might have learned wrong. That I didn't know.
Yeah, I like that, Genesis. It's always the damn women amongst us that end up being the sharpest. Sharp as a damn hawk. It's sharp for you to catch that. The fact that you catch that and willing to admit you may have got it wrong is essential to everybody's development. Because I can't keep it unless I give it away, right? And you teach me stuff. There's things I don't know that you understand. I'm ignorant to a lot of the African spiritual practices that you talk of. That's why I'm always sitting there with my pen and pad when you fucking talking. So yes, Homo habilis, right? Homo habilis, right, is the last common ancestor of modern humans. Watch this, of modern humans, Neanderthal, Denisovan. So right there's a split. So basically what's going on is Homo habilis, right, may have migrated to quote unquote Europe and formed Homo Neanderthal outside of Africa, which split to Homo Denisovan. So Homo Denisovan and Homo Neanderthals, right, are what? Outside of Africa. The humans
that develop. Are those the Asians and the white people? Because
no, they different. Okay. Look, are not here's the answer to the question. Are not modern Asians, are they not humans? They modern humans, right?
Right. So here's the question, right?
No. You got to get that.
Yes, they
are. Are Europeans modern humans?
Yes, they are.
Okay. Are Africans modern humans?
Yes.
Okay, so that's your answer.
So is it a question of when you get into that?
They mixed with them. So listen, when they left out of Africa, they mixed with Neanderthals. You get it? That's different.
Right. That's what I was gonna say. So that that mitochondrial DNA that came from the mother. Remember, you had that one mother, that mtDNA that started 200,000 years ago. Was that the actual genome that merged with the Neanderthal and then created the modern humans that we see today that we now?
No, they didn't create them. They integrate. The word integrated. Yeah, we integrate. Meaning encouraged into our genome. We do not descend from Neanderthals. We split. When I say split, Homo habilis went in went into Asia, right? And stayed in Africa and evolved to Homo neanderthalis, right? And Homo, because they got a common ancestor. Simply saying, just like, watch this, just like chimpanzees and humans share a common ancestor, meaning they don't know what it looked like. What's up, Sarnetta?
No, ain't nothing, bro. Yo, listen. If I want to come in, I would come in. I don't want to come in, bro.
All right, I can get you out. My fault.
Why do y'all do that? I'll just be in the back checking it out.
I will get out the back then.
So I'm trying to understand. So when they have that mitochondrial Eve that is supposed to be like the Eve of the modern human, right?
Yes.
So was it a thing that her offspring then, when you had the one migration, was there a separate migration that happened?
There was a couple migrations.
Then that migration was when we merged with the offspring of the Neanderthal and then created another modern, like where you have like the
no.
Okay,
no,
so
no,
okay.
no, none of that.
I'm here to learn. I don't know.
It's easy though. So that first migration of Homo sapiens failed, right? The second migration, 60,000, 70,000 years ago, it was productive. and they mixed with Neanderthal, but their social structure killed them. Remember when Homo sapien males mixed with Homo neanderthalis, the offspring was sterile.
Right. I was just about to say that.
When Homo sapien female mixed with Homo sapien male, they could have offspring. Now watch this though. But their temperament was different. Like the way they developed was a little different. The way they social structure was different. Remember, I read about Homo sapiens, how their social structure was. They like close families, but they don't mind venturing out and dealing with other family structure, other Homo sapiens. The way we, the way we react to each other, we don't mind being in the same. All right, we don't mind grouping up. But them damn Neanderthal was like, the hell with that. They like they small group and that's it. They're not social. So if a group of Neanderthals was over there and a group of Neanderthals was here, they would not merge with each other. If a group of Homo sapiens was here and a group of Homo sapiens, they'd be there. They'd be like, I don't know how you divorce your little fine. Oh no. Yeah, Neanderthal was like, I'm not doing it. So their social structure was different. And
that
so
played a part in their extinction
you
too.
Fucking cut me off like
my
that.
bad. My bad.
You cannot. You can get next on the mic. Let me just get this out. Come on. Almost killed my train of thought, but I'm used to the cutoff. So, Neanderthal temperament was so wild that they couldn't stay together. So even after they had the baby, they wasn't standing around to have more babies. You get it? They was like, oh no, I can't stand being around her. No, because they was one trying to get out the house, one trying to stand up, and it was so they couldn't stay, they wouldn't. So you don't find a whole lot of half Neanderthal and half human. It's called interbreeding. You don't find a lot of, you find a little bit of it. You don't find mass half human because they got away from each other and continued on the path. You want to add something, Venice? How you doing, Vince?
Yeah, my bad, bro. My bad. Yeah, I was saying that played a part in their extinction too.
Yeah, because they couldn't compete. Exactly.
That's why I was going to tell the sister that I think the part she was getting confused with and what she read was it was saying modern humans. See, when she was saying that they not feel full human, she was confusing that with modern humans. You know what I'm saying? Because human, they're all human, but they're not modern humans.
They're not modern humans.
Right.
They're archaic humans.
Right. So like Asians and white people might have Denisovan and Neanderthal, some DNA in their blood, but they not Neanderthals. You understand what I'm saying? Right.
No, those genes, they just saying they don't know which genes, but they just saying they got some things they share.
Right.
They share that they share 1 to 4% DNA.
Right. That's what Neanderthal James keep getting wrong.
Yeah, on purpose, willfully. Yeah, he do it on purpose, willfully.
They do it on purpose.
But go ahead.
Yeah, I don't understand how we still don't understand like these basic topics already. It's crazy.
Because
I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about that dude you was watching.
Because he not doing what the sister's doing. He not listening. Right. He don't care to get it right. Right. She don't give a damn. She trying to get it right.
Right.
Yeah, I don't want to be stupid and sound dumb.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Because we're quick to call them Neanderthals and stuff like that, but it's like, well, if you do the science, they really are not. So okay, so they are Homo sapien with probably a little more Neanderthal blood in them, or what is it?
Yeah, no, it's like 1 to 4%.
No, it's just the genes. Because some genes was advantageous, meaning it helped Homo sapien flourish in that particular area. Like, for instance, dealing with your skin, a little bit thicker to deal with that cold.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So that made sense for those genes to stick around. They work just good enough to keep them to fight the cold. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So it was more of a thing of so it was a like evolution. Adaptation. Mm-hmm. Keeping those Neanderthal genes within their bloodline was more about adaptation to the environment.
It was more advantageous to it. I mean, it was more beneficial.
Right. And in Africa, they didn't need it because it was hot. So therefore, they didn't need that. Whatever.
They didn't need that. Remember, the genes don't know it's in a Neanderthal or in a Homo sapiens. The genes don't know that. It's just genes. They're just expressing themselves based off the environment, and they work just good enough. You get it?
Yeah. And here's another question I wanted to ask, because he was saying that we came from like plants, and I thought that we came from fungi and bacteria. So I'm trying to understand, like, how did we come from plants, and what was I don't understand what his premise was, is that, you know, plants came first, but fungi, did we evolve from plants, or did we evolve from fungi?
Nope,
if we go into evolution, they're saying, when I look up, it says fungi and bacteria.
You got it mixed up. Here you go.
So I got that mixed up.
Here you go. It's called the 3-domain system, right? And they simply talked about, we called it Luca. Luca is the last universal common ancestor. And you got 3 domains: bacteria, archaea, and eukarya. All right?
So fungi is a part of eukarya and archaea.
Yep. See? And now look. See? Look at it. You got animals. You got fungi. All right. But look, see, Luca, see how it branch off, though? It's branching off.
So what part of that? Oh, okay.
See,
so
it branch off. It's a branch
so
off.
It branches away from.
Yes.
Wait a minute. So Luca, so Luca happened, and then bacteria separated from it, archaea separated from it.
Yep.
And animals separated before fungi.
Archaea separate. Look. Hold on. Archaea. See, better now we can see it. So archaea separates.
Is archaea the same thing as a virus?
We use on bacteria. Look at that. This back. That I believe that will fall under bacteria.
No. Virus is under bacteria. No, is archaea?
No,
a virus?
what you saying no, it's not. It's not a virus.
Okay, so what is archaea?
All right, let's look this up. We're just gonna look at it. We ain't guess.
Because like something coccus is normally a virus. Like if you have pneumonococcus, it's a virus.
Okay, well there you go. Well, hold on, let's get it. Let's
so is it bacteria virus?
So what you want to know about bacteria? Bacteria is bacteria.
I want to find out, is archaea virus?
No, bacteria is not. No, bacteria is bacteria.
No, I said, is archaea a virus?
No.
Okay, what is archaea then? When it says coccus, when you have pneumonococcus, that's usually a virus.
Hold on.
You can't just put them two together like that.
Hold on, let's see. Hold on, we don't gotta do no guesswork. Real quick, we're gonna get it precisely here. 1 second. Let me get it. 1 second here. Oh no. There's a virus come out of. And the next question is, viruses living? No. I don't know. I don't say viruses. Is viruses living? There's a debate on that. That's a real debate. Yep. Some say they living, some say they not. All right. No, they ain't. Yeah, that's a debate.
Because they have like virus like pneumonococcus.
Yeah, but that's not. No, I'm saying but listen. Archaea. Remember we talked about archaea? All right. So a virus is not archaea. All right. So when we talk about archaea, we talking about living single-celled microorganisms.
Right.
But isn't a virus a microorganism?
We talking about DNA. Watch this. Ribosomes and metabolism.
Right.
Yep. They make up one of the 3 major domains: bacteria, archaea, and eukarya. All right. Archaea.
So where do viruses come into?
All right, later on down the line.
Because if we have, because there's, I think that don't plants have viruses along with animals and other things?
It's an infected cell. Viruses that infect archaeal cells and depend on those. So a virus is the intercellular obligate pathogen.
Right.
That's a slick way of saying that's what it really is. Meaning it relies on a cell. Right. So viruses are not cells. They contain genetic material. All right, they lack their own complete metabolism and reproductive mechanisms because they're obligated to be hosted by a cell.
Right.
So so a virus is the anti-archaea. It's like the thing that fights the archaea.
No, I don't know about that.
Nah.
Hold on. Let me see.
No, archaea, hold on, but archaea are not cells. And they're not viruses. You get that?
Okay.
So you want to know what domain? So you basically want to say what domain? Let's say that what
because we always talk about the virus. You know that you talked about how viruses spread, and it actually the map you showed the same route as the mitochondrial mother, right? If you actually the empty DNA, the mitochondrial mother, when you showed that map about how the viruses spread throughout the Europe and this, that, the other, it's the same exact map of the mitochondrial mother. So I'm
because they need a host. They need a host. Viruses need a host.
Right. So I was trying to figure out if that mitochondrial mother actually carried virus. Was the initiation of viruses in humans before?
No, virus has been around before humans.
So wait, whoa. Yeah, viruses actually infect the 3 domains, yo.
Right.
You get it? So scientists don't look at it like that. It kind of, I know that part. They infect the 3 different domains.
Right.
So
they don't necessarily come from one domain.
Let me show you the map of the mitochondrial mother, because remember you showed that.
Yeah, but you hear what I'm saying though. You about to switch back. Don't switch back till we get that though. Cellular life, bacteria, archaea, and eukaryote, and eukaryote, and eukaryote. That's cellular life we talked about. Viruses is separate from the 3 domain classification. They infect all 3 domains.
Right.
Probably have a multi-evolutionary origin. Yeah, you got me trying to answer shit. I knew it. I was like, you kind of crossed me up. Nah, they don't come out of that. So we clear on that.
Okay. Right. I'm here to learn. I'm here to learn.
Hold on. We're gonna retract thinking that archaea was viruses. We got that wrong together. It was not, because you mentioned the word. You almost got me. You threw me the green pill. No. All right. Yeah, you see mixing up concepts. Had me mixing up concepts. We was mixing concepts up half the depth. No, they don't fall in that. Yeah. So go ahead. Now back on the mitochondrial DNA, which has nothing to do with Neanderthal and all that.
No, I was trying to understand about the mitochondrial Eve, right? And when you showed that map of the viruses,
that's different.
It was a similar map. No. You see this map right here? No. How the mitochondrial Eve came out of Africa, and it had that same like route going into other countries. And you talked about the same thing with the viruses. I was trying to say is that had the same path.
No, that's a mitochondrial DNA. They ain't got nothing to do with none of that. 2 different things, yo. Yeah, don't mix them up, yo. Get off that. Mitochondrial DNA is the power cell that breaks down energy into food for the cells, yo.
Well, okay, well, I just
no,
I'm not intentionally. I
didn't say you were. I just want to clear it up. I don't think you intentionally doing anything.
We working out our pseudo
I never really got that deep into science. Listen, I never got that deep into evolution like this. So this is my first time venturing into this realm of like thinking.
You need to.
When you're in the right place. When I actually began to like look into it, I'm like, okay, well, virus. What's it called? What's it called? Some Genesis viruses thing that you guys talk about.
The what?
Well, it's some kind of viruses you guys talk about that prove evolution. The Genesis viruses or something like that.
No, shit, that's a hard word.
It's some kind of viruses that y'all was saying.
POLO paleo. Hold on, shit.
It's some kind of virus.
I got it.
Homologous.
Yeah. I pronounce that wrong all the time. I can't even believe you made me get on that one. It evolved. It left out of Africa. We're humans, and it proves that humans come from Africa.
Right.
Because you can use a molecular clot on that virus to trace it right back to Africa. Because it doesn't actually. It sits in the stomach of humans and the intestines, and it doesn't cause any type of infection or anything like that. Urinate it out. You can catch it from standing over a toilet too, but it doesn't harm humans. It's called the polyomavirus virus or something like that. I got it. Yeah, hold on. Hold on. Let me get it on my email. I think I got it right on my email. Hold on. Here you go. Hold on 1 second. Damn. Shoot. No, that ain't it. Hold on. That might be this. All right, here you go. Yeah, I'm polyomavirus. Polyomavirus or JC. Here, I'm gonna show you the thing right here. I'm gonna call it the JC. We're gonna do it. We're gonna call it the JC.
Right. So that's why I saw that map. I was like, okay, well, that might be something.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah. You don't mix them up. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Right. Here you go right here. See? JC virus.
Don't that map look the same?
Yeah. Okay, but it's on the track. Yeah, but that's okay. But it's talking about the migration of humans. But it's talking about the virus. And she's tracking ancient human migration. Yes. Right. By the viruses they carry. The polyomavirus, known as JC virus, is transmitted amongst families of populations and has co-evolved. That means they side by side with humans since the time of their origin in Africa. It goes on to say, it says most individuals are infected in childhood, after which the virus establishes a persistent infection in the gastral tract and is shed in urinating. All right. Okay. Analysis of the genome of the JC virus in human population form different geographical locations that suggest, and I can't find the rest of it. That's crazy.
But can't viruses be hereditary? Like cancer, like you know how cancer, there's already
they can cause.
They're hereditary, so therefore,
So you okay? So you saying, do they think it's a certain virus that may cause cancer?
Cancer is a virus, right?
No, it's an infection. It's a disease.
Cancer is a virus.
I don't know about that.
Cancer is a virus.
I'm gonna look it up. I don't know about that.
I don't think
there are viruses that cause cancer.
Right.
Okay, it's a disease.
There you
okay.
go.
All right. Okay. All right. There's viruses that okay. Listen, I'm learning something new. Didn't know that.
Cancers. Okay. Yeah. I know we carry it with us.
Okay, so virus is an outside.
Listen to a virus.
Okay.
It's an obligate interstellar pathogen. Obligate. It is obligated to be inside of cells. And it's a pathogen. You get it? Meaning it has to be inside of cells. As a cell reproduces, it reproduces the virus with it. You get that?
Right. Yeah, so it comes from an outside source other than the human host. It's not
outside. It's an outside source.
Bacteria is passed down.
Bacteria is the same way as bacteria.
Fungi is passed down.
Fungi, bacteria.
Virus is an outside thing.
I don't know. You on my pay grade. We had to look all that up. I don't know. I don't know. Don't get me. Yeah, you got cancer being the virus.
What happened is that based on the environment that these people were probably in, that outside pathogen attached to them, and they had that and spread it throughout. Okay, makes sense.
You get the high medical course, yo.
Well, no, because I was trying to understand like why viruses were significant in this whole like.
Because you got viruses in your DNA. How about that? You didn't know that?
You have viruses in your DNA.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay.
Because the virus is trying to remember. Viruses is obligated to and is trying to kill you. They're attacking. Right. They need the host.
They need a host, right?
For them to survive, they got to keep a host. But it does damage. It can do damage to a host. Some viruses do actual damage to a host. And so sex evolved. Watch this. Sex evolved, right, to deal with these different viruses because these viruses, they reproduce fast. Where humans take 8 months, 9 months, 10 months. About 10 months, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but viruses can reproduce rapidly. Boom, boom, boom. We've seen it occur in real time during the pandemic. How this virus was reproducing, it was evolving in real time, bro. So sex was created or evolved to deal with, so it can diversify, so one virus can't wipe us all out. That's why people had different effects of the coronavirus, because different genomes, I don't want to say genome, just our genetic makeup, right? Some people are more resistant to certain viruses than other people. Right? So the coronavirus decimated certain people, and certain people, they didn't even get no symptoms. They was asymptomatic.
Right.
You get that?
And
but it's because of the diversity of our genome.
Right.
So that's why it's important. That's why our genes shuffle. They recombinate. We have a baby, the genes are shuffled.
Right.
Right. All this is trying to deal with the war that's raging right now inside of your body, fighting that bacteria, fighting those viruses, yo.
Was it because the body tries to automatically create a homeostasis, right? So what'll happen? It does. You know, it does. Actually, it does try to remain in balance, right? It tries to remain balanced. So everything it does to keep the host alive, right?
Hey, and speaking to the host point, this is why they told us to social distance, because to stop the spread.
You're just trying to slow the spread down.
Exactly.
Yeah, because you might get it and might not have no problem. Go right to your grandmother and kill her dead.
Right. And, you know, we've been doing that since before we even had vaccines. Social distancing was always part of something that we always implemented as humans when viruses came around.
And specifically in West Africa, they was doing it. They wore masks, put stuff around their face and all that. Social distancing. Yeah.
Right. So do you think that even viruses are something that the earth created to maintain population?
No, I don't know about all that.
Oh shit.
Everything, I don't know about all that. All that. It's not you making it like it's a human thing.
Right. Well, no, I think that on anything, right? Because anything could get a virus, right? A plant can get a virus.
Everything.
Yeah, right. Everything. So bacteria. That could be a creation that the earth creates to keep everything, because the earth itself is an organism, right? It's a living thing, right?
We working out all her pseudo thoughts.
I think it hosts.
Well, that's not really.
Some people kind of say it might be living. Listen, some people, I know it hosts living things. See, you in that gray area. It's kind of gray. You know that, right?
Yeah.
It's gray. Meaning, don't just say it's living. Say it's a like virus. Don't say they living. Say it's gray. Yeah, don't.
That a virus is living, that it's a living thing.
It's not actually, but it's a nice little debate over it.
Okay.
You get it?
But the earth, whether the earth is living is debatable.
Yeah. It's chemical. We know chemistry is the origin of life. Life is chemical.
Right.
Earth is chemical. Chemical houses all the chemical elements. So it's you know what I'm saying? It's not a straight answer like we all want.
Right. They just don't classify it as that, you know.
It's a good conversation, though. I swear it is. But don't let the pseudos take it in. No, the earth don't got a brain to make choices.
Yeah, they'll take it and run with it.
Yeah, they'll run with that. Told you we on living Mother Earth. She's living, goddamn it. I heard her.
Okay, so I just looked it up. It says whether Earth is alive depends on how you define life. Strictly speaking, Earth is not a biological organism because it does not reproduce, grow, or have a standard cellular DNA. However, scientists, philosophers, and indigenous cultures often view Earth as a geologically active system or a self-regulating superorganism.
See, interesting. That's what I'm saying. So don't let the person trick you. See?
That's why you said it was a gray area.
Right. You can play with that, boy.
Right.
The
pseudos have a damn field day with that, boy.
So if something is an organism, right? Then
we'll be debating for the next 2 years.
Is there life? It ain't. It is. The virus living. I don't know. It is. Yeah. That we don't got to worry about. Just kind of understand it. It definitely houses. It is chemical, right? Made up of all the chemical elements, right? We know life, is chemical. Right? Ain't no doubt about that. We just don't know the chemical equation used to bring forth life. We got the recipe, though, but we don't know how to put the recipe together. but we understand how it's made up, what it's made up of, but we don't know how to put it together, yo.
Because if Earth is a super organism, wouldn't it have also created viruses to regulate the overgrowth?
See how you did that?
No,
see how you did that?
It just said it don't reproduce.
But it said it said it's considered geologically alive. Because
I know, but did you read the part where it said it doesn't reproduce?
What do you mean? But that is not. That means it doesn't reproduce. That means it can't create another Earth. That does not
exactly.
mean.
I mean, it's not.
That the actual things living upon it that cannot create.
Well, hold on for a minute. Let's get back to cancer. I just want to make sure we know that cancer is not a virus.
Not a virus. I know that.
Virus,
so
right?
When I talk about
it's genetic.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
genetic changes. Right.
Right.
If your your cells dividing too much. Normal cells divide. You know what I mean? Too much. Keep dividing. Yep.
Right. So when I'm talking about viruses,
back to your virus. Go ahead. Back
is
to
that if they
place.
consider that Earth, it's not all over the place. If Earth is considered possibly a super organism,
you just
the contents of the Earth creates a virus to manage the overgrowth of any population, whether it be plants,
I wouldn't say that.
bugs, whatever.
No.
I actually was able to kill roaches in my house with a virus. There's actually like some stuff.
You had roaches?
I had roaches, honey. Yeah, somebody came to my house and brought roaches, and honey, there's something you can put in your thing, and it'll give the roaches a virus, and the virus will spread and kill all the roaches. And now I don't have roaches no more. It actually, they gave me. I can tell you what it is. It's in my kitchen. You give it to you, they eat it, and it's like a virus that kills the roaches.
On a big screen.
Man, be quiet about listen. Hey,
got you on the big screen talking about you got roaches.
Nah, listen. I had roaches. I did have roaches. I had I had people here, and I had bought a refrigerator from Facebook. You know how they be selling refrigerator like the resellers, and that sucker had roaches in it, honey. And I had to do some wild stuff to get rid of the roaches. Hey, y'all pretend. Listen, you from Baltimore? Shut up! Like you ain't never seen no roaches before. You from Baltimore? Shut up. Baltimore, you know Baltimore got roaches. Shut up.
Oh man, yo, we normally don't say that.
I'm a regular.
They're gonna call you Janice the Queen Roach.
Hey, listen, I'm the roach annihilator, honey, because I killed them all. I created the virus. I got the virus.
You gonna put her face on the big screen too. You cold cat.
What? No, it wasn't boric acid. This was it's an actual thing.
Boric acid worked well.
No, that just breaks down the shells of them, and that don't kill them off. You gotta have this is a
What you use?
Hold on, I'm gonna go get it. I'll be right back. Give me a second, because
you infected them. You infected
the shoulder went left.
The shoulder went left. You know how they go. This you don't go. You know how they go. Hey, man, hit the Cash App, man. You know what, man? Y'all having too much fun. Ain't nobody. Come on, yo. We're not doing the whole show and ain't getting no donation. Really, yo.
Y'all gotta donate. She dropping game about killing roaches.
Yeah, I'm turning out. Y'all tripping.
Go on, hit that Cash App.
No, y'all bugged out. Y'all did too much, man. Man, big up from the UK, brother from the UK, man. £5, man. It's more than $5 there. Pound is worth more than $1, ain't it? I think it is.
Yeah, I think it is too.
Appreciate that, yo. Pound them up. Let me drop the thing away in the world. Let's see where we at. You hit the road show, ladies and gentlemen. I ain't even get to the topic. Let me get to the topic. She done got me off in a wild goose chase, man. All right. Let me drop this real quick. All right. The Cash App, man. Real fast, man. Let's take this break, hit the Cash App, show some love, man. All right.
Child, look, I got it.
What?
If you ever have them in your house, y'all. No, they gone, child. I'm trying to tell y'all. Vendetta Plus. This right here.
What's it called?
Vendetta.
Oh, you done did them.
Vendetta.
He done dead him, boy.
Vendetta Plus.
Got him.
And it's made of viruses. It's a virus called ivermectin and pyrrolophyllosome.
Don't worry about it. Well, yep. So it gave him a virus. That's a good. I got it. I like that. That's interesting right there. Wow. That's a good one. You're funny.
I don't care. It's like, hey, it is what it is. I can admit it.
Brother Buddha, somebody hear me pop. What? Booyah, wild out. Brother Buddha. Man, hit that cash app, man. Let's take a little break before we get into the topic again. I don't know how we got way off. We need to speed through this too, man. We had to get to it. This is a simple, easy one. This is an easy peasy one right here. Break out that timeline on y'all real quick, man. Break out that timeline real quick. That's how we get the timeline on it real quick, man. Man, y'all listen to Salt in the Studios and Community Skeptic, man. Double stream on Friday, man. Show some love, man. All right, we do, man. Let's take this quick cash app break, man. Let's go.
Yeah. Look. Hey, cash app. Baltimore. Yeah. Cash app, don't let it run you. Money fill the gas, but it never feel honey. Cash app. Dreams get so fast. If you don't own your time, you just rent your past. Cash app, springs full of flex. Real life hit hard when the rent come next. Cash app, tool not God. Use it, don't lose it, keep your head on top. Lend a mill, lend a bill, lend a pay me now. Everybody yell, get it like a sacred house. Timeline full of blessed, but the stress still lurks. Same folks posting gas, still drowning in hurt. Explosions of cash in the camera flash, but the lights cut off when you can't make it last. This ain't a trick, but it move like a spell. Type in the amount for that dopamine swell. Quick tap, quick send, quick high, quick drop. Then you back in the cold when the real don't stop. I done seen love turn transactional quick. Send some in the DM like that's all it is. Cash app, don't let it run you. Cat, don't let it run you. Cash app, don't let it run you. Don't. Hard work, yeah, I respect that. But rest ain't weakness, I protect that. Cause money earn me nothing if your soul get thin. If you're always up next, tell me eat when you win. They sellin' hustle like it's peace in the pack. But peace don't come from a green little stack. So send when you can, look out for your kin. But don't let the app decide how you feel within. Set them rules, don't be ruled by the buzz. Real love is a call, not a what's up, cuz. Cash app. Baltimore. Cash app, don't let it run you. Don't let it run you. Cash app, don't let it run you. Don't. Yeah. Baltimore.
Man, appreciate that, man. Show some love, man. Hit the cash app, man. Y'all know what it is, man. That's how we doing it, man. Let's see, we looking like kid, man. Let's see, we got
They're talking about don't eat the potato salad, honey. I'm not cooking for you anyway, child.
Don't eat the black eyed
peas. You better order DoorDash. I ain't cooking.
The black eyed peas might be a roach, and the black eyed pea might be the brown roach.
Hey, that Vendetta killed. I'm telling you, killed him. Y'all better, if you ever get them, better get that Vendetta. I'm trying to tell you.
All right, yo, we try to get at least 7 super chats. We got 5. 2 away from that. All right.
So here's a question: were the ancient Egyptians were they atheists? Were they atheists?
They was pantheists. They would have been pantheists. They would have been soft atheists. Spooky too. All in between. They had a diverse system. Very spooky. So they I wouldn't classify them as atheists though.
So isn't atheists just not believing in a God? Because even like, okay, in Yoruba, we believe in Olodumare, but Olodumare does not interfere with human affairs. Olodumare is just what creates. It actually is just a name of the creation of it, the thing, right?
It's complex. So
technically, is that really a belief in a God, so to speak?
It's a belief system, though. But, that's what I'm saying. It's very complex. Pantheism, they gods live on earth, remember? Meaning don't live outside of nature. That's the point to really understand that.
But I don't think that the Netta were gods, though. I think that they were just ways to describe
there you go.
The forces of nature.
They ain't know the forces of nature yet. They knew about rain. They knew about volcano. Well, the Egyptians didn't know about that. They know about rivers and all that, the forces that occur. They had a basic understanding of stuff. They still was religious in it. Yeah.
Was it religious or superstitious?
All above. Same thing we had now. All above. We mixed in.
They was definitely spooked out.
They were definitely spooked out. And then, you know what I mean? I mean, they humans, right? Yeah. So I just want to talk about atheistic and materialistic thought, man. It's clearly older than Christianity and Islam. All right. And so I just want to put y'all with some dates. We look around maybe 700 to 750 BCE in ancient India. Okay. So we want to keep y'all in the right historical range, y'all can get that. All right. So we just want to be careful on how we say stuff. All right. So those material traditions in India would be Lokata and Kavaka. I'll get the proper pronunciation on it. There you go. Lokata. Kavaka, yep. Lokata and Kavaka, yo. So they be and those systems, they reject supernatural entities, such as the gods, right? Immaterial souls in the afterlife. So we can use the Internet Encyclopedia, right, as a source, all right? And it traces Indian materialism occur very early in Indian thought, describes it as explicitly rejecting God and the spiritual realm. That's important. So definitely blows out Islam. It definitely blows out Christianity. So it's skepticism, material ideas that's in the tradition. That's around 700 to 500 BCE. That's that early roots of it. Okay. Clearly, ancient evidence develops over several centuries. Now, Judaism as a distinct religion, this is important, roughly around 5th century BCE. Okay. Developed from older Israelite religion. Now, that older Israelite religion wasn't monotheism. See, they won't even tell you this in Judaism. They didn't start off as monotheists. Why? Because we can study the anthropology on the subject, right? And we can pretty much get it. You can see certain deities like Elohim, what else? Ella, you know what I'm saying? We can see different deities, different trajectories. We can see the gods and we can see the God. But that early Judaic tradition was not based in monotheism. Christianity, we know, is the 1st century. Islam is the 7th century CEE. 1st century CE for Christianity. Islam is 2nd century CEE. All right. And so, you know, the ancient Israelites, go back to Judaism. The ancient Israelite religion existed centuries before 600 BCE. All right. Okay. So we generally want to distinguish the early Israelite Yahweh religion from eventually becoming the recognizable Judaism. So what we see today is a recognizable Judaism, and we can use the Cambridge Companion, the ancient Mediterranean religions, for examples. Notes on the scholarly regarded ancient Israel as transitioning into Judaism around the 6th and the 5th century. So they transitioned into it. They transitioned to the monotheism. All right. So I just think that's important, but that's the same time around what they want to fundamentally call atheism. So atheistic and materialistic philosophers, right, are demonstrable, ancient, and predate Christianity and Islam. India, materialistic and anti-supernatural ideas were present by roughly the 1st millennium BCE. They may also be roughly contemporary with the historical development of Judaism, although the Israelite religion itself is older. Remember, they come from like a pantheistic gods thing, and they transition to the one God. And that takes us back to the lecture I did earlier in the week when I made the clear point that the gods predate the one God. Religion itself predate gods and God. Ancestral worship and animism predates the gods, religion, and all of that. And we went all over the rock art to show that they weren't really talking about the gods. They was looking at the natural phenomenon around them. Why? Because it's always about food, clothing, and shelter. Let me drop this one more important point. Atheism probably existed long before 6th century BCE, right? As individual attitude, right? Now, People undoubtedly questioned and rejected the gods before anyone wrote philosophical texts about it. And I keep telling y'all this. They don't record the atheists. How you going to record the atheists when you ain't got writing yet? But you already know your ancestors were saying, I don't believe that. You already know somebody's ancestors were saying, I don't believe that. Because sometimes it's downright ridiculous when you're living in the world you're in. You can see it. So we want to talk about surviving evidence, right? And what historians actually can date the evidence, right? That would not be what they consider necessarily the first atheism. So we not gonna get stuck on, all right, that atheism began around 6th century BCE, right? I want to say some of the earliest surviving evidence of systematic atheistic materialistic philosophy appears in ancient India during the first millennium BCE. All right, and you can deal with the Internet Encyclopedia of Philosophy. Definitely talks about that. I'll just show the source right here. Right here. That's a peer-reviewed academic source. You want to talk about the Greeks going to Egypt and go pull up this. You can pull up different Greeks and where they went, where they traveled. All right. All here. All right. Y'all can go through it. I ain't give y'all readingship. That's how quick that was. That ain't nothing hard. This is a source you can take from this source. Is a great source. All right. I'm gonna look at the Greek philosophers, man. Let me see. This is one of my favorite sources right here. We'll get to the first Greek philosophers. I suggest y'all use this source. Let's look at Thales. Look at Thales real quick. Look at Thales. Let's come to the T section. Let me show y'all something. Thales. See if we can find it. Theo, 30 of mine. Hold on. Right here. Thales of Miletus. All right. And you can actually track and see what travels he had in Egypt right here. This is a peer-reviewed source. The possible source for Aristotle, the writings of Thales. Thales' primary principle, earthquake, all things Thales' astronomy, eclipse. Thales, let's see. Mathematics, the fall in the world, let's see. Durham, the possible travels of Thales, sages. Let's see if we can find Egypt on here. The school, 7 sages of ancient Greece. Let me see real quick. Just trying to get some extra credit in here, man. Herges of Thales, reference reading. I think I'm in the right section. I would use this when I start talking about where the Greeks traveled at, where you thought they went at, and all that. I think that's super essential. Thales' water principle, possible source of Aristotle. Shoot. Writing, Thales writing. Let me see if I can find it, man. See if I can get to a possible source for Aristotle, the water principle. Shoot. I don't see it. He might not even travel to Egypt. How about Aristotle? Mathematics, biology, life works, biology, man. Geometry. We understand geometry definitely comes from Egypt. Geometry. Influences. I don't know. I would have to sit in here. But anyway, I wanted to just give y'all this good source right here, man. I appreciate y'all coming through, man, today. All right. This is a great source for anybody who want to really put some work in. That's a peer-reviewed source. Yep. And, you know, it's just important. And so that title, Atheism Older Than What You Believe In, yes, it is. Or at least contemporary with Judaism and not the monotheism, right? The monotheism come after the gods. Judaism, yes, those Hebrews dealt with the gods. And later on, it transitioned into what you would call monotheism. All right. So I gave y'all, right, just a little slight calendar, right? Timeline for y'all. I'm gonna do it again. It's a simplified chronology, right? So ancient India, skeptic materialism ideas, perhaps 700 to 500 BCE in earlier roots. When I say 700, 500, we talk about what they can actually, you know, pull from certain material maybe. Okay. And Layanta and Carvaka, right? That's a type of materialism. It's clearly ancient. Evidence develops over several centuries. Okay, now Judaism as a distinct religious tradition is around the 6th and 5th century BCE, developing from an older Israelite religion, which wasn't monotheism. All right. Christianity is the 1st century CE. Islam is the 7th century CE. Most African Americans is Christian, and some of y'all is Muslims. And then some of y'all don't even do the real Judaism, most of y'all. Y'all do the street corner Judaism, Hebrewisms. Black Hebrew Israelites. Well, I don't know where the hell they came from or where their tradition starts. And that's not on the docket. All right. So once again, the ancient Israelite religion existed centuries before 600 BCE, but scholars generally distinguish the earlier Israelite and Yahweh religion from what eventually became recognizable Judaism. And that source for that is the Cambridge chapter comparison, the Cambridge comparison on ancient religion. All right. So I'm gonna close with this. Atheistic and materialistic philosophers are demonstrably ancient and predate Christianity and Islam. In India, materialistic and anti-supernatural ideas were present by roughly the 1st millennium BCE. They may also be roughly contemporary with the historical development of Judaism, although the Israelite religion itself is older. You say, well, where's Africa? Well, they wasn't recording, so we don't know. What we do know, they're humans, and humans have every right not to believe. We know a certain amount of the population will not believe. Simple as that. Everybody don't believe. Man, I hope y'all enjoyed the show, man. I got to get out of here, man. The kids get ready to go back to school. They need vehicles. I got to use it. And yeah, so they tricked y'all. It's wild how not believing in God, it's specifically God y'all believe in, atheism predated. I dare y'all challenge that. Got him, coach. Put me in the game. Man, I appreciate everybody that came through, man. We're going to jump in the server, man. Appreciate all the love, man. Y'all looking at the community of skeptics, man. In Sarnetta Studios, man. You know, we like the double stream, specifically on Friday. We're coming back tonight on the community skeptics, man. I hope the pseudo killers will jump up. I don't know where they at. Missing in action. I appreciate the sister coming on the panel, man. And us learning That's all I ask for, man. Let's talk about the ideas. Let's have good, cohesive conversations. And yeah, she beat this pseudo up right here, yo. And only one out of the two decided the panel was a sister. Big up to the damn sisterhood. They always exhibit intelligence when around goddamn intelligence. Beat him up. Cosmic Pseudo Chris. Big up to the sister, man. Big up to the pseudo killers, man. And shout out to the damn barbarians on Facebook, man. Serious group. A lot of educated sisters right there, man. Trust me. Appreciate everybody, man. How we gonna end this thing, man? What we doing? Let's just do this. Let's just gun them down.
Man down. Hit hum with the knowledge frown. See that pseudos come around. Gun 'em down. Gun 'em down. See that pseudos come around. Gun 'em down. Gun 'em down. Yeah. Clowns down, pseudo around, that's when it all gets crazy. Broke man lazy, pseudos never faze me. Drive him as Daisy, bitch niggas crazy. Read the book, slick niggas gave me. Riding waves like the Navy. Knowledge crew full of bravery. Always killing pseudos, never maybe. Using gift science gave me. Staying right, speak I'm loud on the mic. Using gift science gave me. Always talking shit. Pseudo killers on top, the gravy. See that pseudos come around. Gun 'em down. Gun 'em down. See that pseudos come around. Gun 'em down. Gun 'em down. Riding on pseudos like a Banshee, Comanche. Gun 'em down. Da 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 da. Gun 'em down.
Man, I'm your host, Bobby Banger. With that, source them down, gun them down. I'm your host, Bobby Banger. And with that, we out. See y'all this evening, man. We be on here, man. Appreciate all the super chats, man. Appreciate the support, man. Around here, yo, the pseudos, we gun them down. Source them down.